So I can't believe I'm still making videos on this. I actually can't believe I have literally a video ready to go. Guys, I have a video ready to go, and I've got two. I've got a video ready to go reacting to the ESPN's mock draft. I've got videos ready to go that have nothing to do with this situation. But I can't stop. I can't stop. Chennedy Carter's not helping herself. She is now continuing to go at Caitlin Clark. She is continuing to go at her on social media. Obviously, the WNBA decided, you know what, this isn't targeted. This is nothing. She's now continuing to go at Caitlin Clark. In fairness, I will say this. Like, she has defended Angel Reese. She's defended Angel Reese, and I don't mind that at all. I don't mind defending your teammate. Teammates, right or wrong. If you're going to be ride or die for your team, I don't mind that, as I've said plenty of times. But still, why can she not just stay off social media for one day? Just one day. One day. Something's probably going to happen in the game tonight, and people will forget about you. But you've got your 15 minutes of fame. You've got your 15 minutes of fame. And you know what? I've got my 15 minutes of fame right now to making videos about this and having unprecedented growth on this channel. So I'll freaking take it. But oh my god, this is so dumb. It's just so dumb what she's doing. And obviously, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We put more basketball content here than anywhere else. Normally, we talk about the actual sport of basketball, but this is the story that keeps on going. It just keeps on going. It keeps on going, and it does not stop. Thank you for 5,000 subscribers, but oh my god, it won't stop. So Chennedy Carter has been on Threads. Yes, Threads. Do you guys remember when Threads was relevant for like 3 days when everyone thought Twitter was going to be done? She went and on Threads, obviously she's declined all the interviews. She responded to Angel Reese celebrating the hit and hugging her, saying, my dog faux show got all my teammates. So she basically, she's defending her teammate. And look. Do I like it? Is it a good look to have teammates defending each other in this situation? No, it's not. From an athlete's point of view, from somebody who's a coach, do I like it when the teammates will defend each other, unconditionally? Yes. For the sake of the team, for the sake of the sport, you have to look at it differently from the sport perspective and a personal perspective. It's bad from a personal perspective, but from a sport perspective, it's good. But then also, she has now basically said, just randomly, to respond to a post, basically someone said, you've really made the WNBA interesting. I'm looking forward to the post-game drama. And she responded with, besides three-point shooting, what does she bring to the table? So she's out here going, First of all, Caitlin Clark was the best player on the floor against you guys. I know Alyssa Smith scored more points, and that includes, ironically, Chennedy Carter was the only other player I would say may have been in that conversation for best player on the floor. What does she bring? I'm pretty sure she posted you up to win that game. But also, she's the best passer I've seen in the league. She's the best, and that includes Jackie Young, who's averaging more assists. I think Caitlin Clark's the better passer. She's the best lead passer anyway in the league. She's the best rebounding guard in the league, and she also draws the most gravity in the league. So even when she's not shooting well, she's still getting double teamed, she's still getting blitzed, she's still having people guard her near the halfway line. That is what realistically, look, that's what Caitlin Clark brings. That is what Caitlin Clark brings. If you want to answer the question of, what does Caitlin Clark bring? That's the answer. That is the answer to what Caitlin Clark brings. But why? Just why? Just why? Do you have to keep going to this? Why do you have to keep people talking about this situation? Chennedy Carter will never be known as anything more than that. Again, as I've said, all she had to have said after the game was, things got heated. It's the sport of basketball. I probably went a little bit too far. But sometimes that happens in a competition. In a competition. Something like that. Something like that. Even just something like that. You don't have to praise Caitlin Clark. You don't have to do anything. But you just can't shut up. She just can't shut up. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's good to know when you've lost. Sometimes it's good to know when it's you know what? I've lost this round. Let me regroup. Let me regroup. My Chicago Sky team are going to be a pretty relevant team. We've got Angel Reese. We're playing all right. Our team are dogs. We work hard. We're going to take down some good teams through this year. Mabry's balling. For even like Carter herself, I'm balling. Like, let's just regroup. Let's just regroup and get off social media. And for everybody saying like, oh, like these players should be on social media. No, Caitlin Clark's done the perfect thing. Like, obviously, like I'm not sure we've seen Caitlin Clark on social media since really the Antonio Brown situation. And then, like, I'm not going to explain what happened with her, Paige Beckers. But obviously, if you're on social media, you just get as far away from it as possible, even when that happens. And then, obviously, Aaliyah Boston has to get off social media. Good. These players should be off social media because there's going to be some unfair and fair criticism of you. And even fair criticism is not good to read about yourself. So for these players getting off social media, I think almost all of them should do it. And like, some people can handle it. Some people can handle being on social media, can handle some of the stuff, and then others can't. And it's quite clear that Kennedy Carter can't, because she can't handle any criticism and without non-stop speaking about Caitlin Clark. And I can guarantee you this isn't ending. She's going to keep going and keep going and keep going with her criticism of Caitlin Clark, which for me is great because I can keep talking about it and people are going to keep watching the craziness of it all. Because as a channel that wants to talk about every part of basketball and have always said the drama brings as much viewers as the on-the-court stuff, and I said it, we know the WNBA is relevant when people are talking about the soap opera as much as they're talking about the sport, because that's literally the case for the NBA. And it's just now got to the stage where it's like, for her own sake, just be quiet for 48 hours. Just 48 hours. Just nothing more for 48 hours. You're playing tonight. Like, your team's playing tonight. You're just off the back of a loss. You're playing they're playing. It's not someone great, is it? Oh no, they're not playing tonight. I'm wrong. Sorry. They're not playing tonight. You're playing tomorrow. Like, you're playing the Liberty tomorrow. Like, you're playing the Liberty. Worry about guarding Sabrina Ionescu. Worry about that. Don't worry about saying Caitlin Clark's an overrated basketball player, criticizing her skill and continuing to talk about the player that you were so obsessed with that you borderline assaulted on the floor. Just worry about your next matchup. Worry about Sabrina, because you could argue that even though you probably 50-50 as far as who got the better in that matchup, if you, like, it's going to be harder to get the better of Sabrina Ionescu than it was Caitlin Clark right now. I think Caitlin Clark will be the better player, but right now it's going to be harder to get the better of Sabrina, and that's probably what you should be focusing on, instead of being on social media, talking crap about Caitlin Clark, and liking tweets saying you're going to, liking tweets saying that you should effectively assault her again. That would be a pretty good thing to do, if we're being honest. So anyway, that's the video. You know what? It is literally the story that does not stop. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.